Hey guys, we are live. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Spencer from SB Mind Body Balance, your emotion and body code practitioner out here in beautiful Victoria, BC, Canada. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we're going to be doing another live healing session with the emotion code, or using the emotion code. Super amazing stuff. And today we have the pleasure of working with some upper back pain and some knee pain. So we get to see what we can do about that, and someone who's never really experienced this work to a whole lot of a degree. So I'm super excited to be able to work with our guest today. So I'm just going to go online and make sure that he is in here. So let's see. So we're going to go at Ramandeep. Boom. Okay. And we'll send that off there. Make sure that he's actually in here. All right, let's take a look here. Just wait and see. Wait until he gets here. So I'm super excited because I don't know. I just love doing this kind of work, and it's such a pleasure and an honor to be able to work with someone, especially if they haven't experienced it a lot. So, so what is the emotion code? So the emotion code is an energetic healing modality. It was created and brought to us by Dr. Bradley Nelson and Discover Healing. It's absolutely amazing. So the best way that I can kind of relate to what it actually is it's something in the energetic healing realm. So it's something, I guess, a lot of people might consider, being like Reiki or like sound healing. Hey, Ramandeep, thanks so much for joining. I'm super excited to work with you. So this kind of stuff, yeah, a lot of people relate it to Reiki, sound healing, theta healing, all that kind of stuff. There's another technique called bioenergetic synchronization technique that I actually am still certified in, and I think it's amazing. But in my experience with the emotion code, it's been so incredible in my life, and it really just took me myself from a point of like at a position where I really did not like my life at all, and brought it to a point where life is tremendous. So, it's so incredible. And to kind of explain what the emotion code is and how it works is throughout our lives, we have these different experiences in our lives where an event happens. Maybe it's some sort of trauma. Maybe it's some sort of just specific event where we get really an overcharged emotion of a particular kind. And we feel that emotion so powerfully that our body actually doesn't, it kind of short circuits in a way, and it doesn't fully process that emotion to its full capacity. And what happens is a little ball of energy about the size of a baseball to about the size of a softball or a cantaloupe, that actually gets lodged somewhere in your body. And what can happen is it starts to disrupt the energetic field of the body. And because really that's all we really are. If you look at our hand, if you look at this glass, if you look at this phone, if you look at this microphone, everything is energy. Everything is made of the same stuff, atoms. But at the end of the day, everything is, if you zoom in further and further and further at any substance, really, like if you look at your hand, you'll zoom in a little bit further, you'll see, like a little, almost like a distant planet. You'll zoom a little bit further, you'll see individual cells and stuff like that. You can zoom a little bit further and you see individual particles and protons and neutrons and electrons. And at a certain point, you zoom so far that really gets down to the base portion of it, where it's just a vibrating frequency, a frequency vibrating at different resonances. So that's really all we are. And when quantum physics has proven that energy affects other energy. And if you have this ball of energy that's kind of stuck somewhere, let's say you have shoulder pain and it's stuck somewhere in your shoulder, that actually might cause your shoulder to experience some sort of pain. It might offset it a little bit. It might start some different tissues from not healing properly. It kind of disrupts things a little bit. But the really cool thing is once we start to remove these trapped emotions, things start to really shift in place and go right back to where they're supposed to be. And it allows the body to start healing itself like it should, because it already has the innate ability to heal itself. So the really cool thing we do with the emotion code too is, I don't know if you've ever taken like a debit card or a credit card, and taken a magnet and kind of run it along a debit or a credit card, that's kind of in essence what we're doing with us. Because when you do that, it actually deletes the information off of the card. And we're kind of doing the same thing. We have this thing called the governing meridian, which runs from the top of our lip, up our face, over the top of our head, all the way down our back towards our tailbone. And that's called the governing meridian. It's the one energy channel that we have in our body that connects with every other energetic channel in our body. And that's kind of like the way I like to think about it, is it's like the magnetic strip of the human body. And what we can do is with thought intention and using a magnet, we can amplify that thought intention, and we can do the same thing as if we're swiping it across a debit or a credit card. We're doing the same thing with us, and we're deleting it from our debit card, which is so incredibly powerful. And it's so cool because you start to see dramatic changes, because if there's a ball of energy here preventing the shoulder from being in the correct spot, which is causing it to be in a lot of pain, as soon as you remove some of these emotions and these trapped balls of energy, things start to kind of fall and move around in place. You might get a little crack or pop, and that's moving it back into its original place and where it should be. So that's kind of what the emotion code is. And I'm super excited to get right into this. So Ramandeep, are you ready for this? So the first and foremost, what I like to do is I always like to ask for help, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing something called distance or proxy healing. And what that is in essence, it's almost like there's a universal consciousness, and us as people actually have the unique ability to be able to kind of set aside our own needs temporarily, subconsciously. And we can actually ask our body yes or no questions on behalf of someone else. So that's typically what we do with the emotion code, is I get a yes or a no answer when I'm actually asking your subconscious mind or your body what it wants and what it needs. And in the form of yes or no questions, locating which emotions are trapped in your body. So what I can do is every single person has this ability to set aside your own needs, and I can actually connect almost like it's an energetic connection. But the way I like to think about it is it's almost like, imagine if like a thread kind of came out of me, went to like some sort of universal consciousness, and then boom, went back out to Ramandeep and connected with him, and his permission, basically saying that I'm allowed to work with him, is kind of like the Wi-Fi password of me being able to log on to that consciousness. And then when we do, I can actually do yes and no responses, and my subconscious is reflecting on his subconscious and giving me his subconscious answers. And the subconscious knows exactly what's ever happened to you for your entire life. So that little event when someone kicked over your lunch at school, or someone pushed you on the field, or that one time you experienced incredible heartbreak, your subconscious knows exactly what that emotion is and exactly what time that period or a time period that happened at. And we're able to get in there, find out exactly what it is, and then delete it, because it's no longer serving us. It served us for a little portion of time to get us where we are today, but if it's causing grief in our body, we just need to get rid of it. So perfect. Without any further ado, anyone who's watching this, Ramandeep as well, if you want to just do maybe like throw like a little prayer emoji, we're just going to take 5 or 10 seconds just to ask for help from above, because that's essentially where this work came from in the first place. It came through prayer. And then we're just going to go through, ask for 10 seconds, or through 10 seconds of asking for help, and then we'll get right into it. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. So let's get right into this. Okay. So give me a yes, give me a no. Okay. So, so the first question is, can I be a proxy for Ramandeep? And this is kind of how the muscle testing works. If my fingers are kind of together like this, it's almost like you're saying a true statement to the body. So your fingers almost kind of want to stick together. And when I say give me a no, it's like you're saying a false statement. And it's like your fingers just kind of like slip right apart. It's so cool and so interesting. But so we're going to get right into this. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. Can I be a proxy for Ramandeep? Yes, I can. Awesome. Okay, so give me yes, give me no. So out of these two issues, the upper back pain and the right knee pain, because that's kind of what we have here. Actually, I didn't even share my screen yet. There we go. So now you see that I have my little chart of emotions as well as my little sheet to kind of show where we're at. We have Ramandeep He's 32 years young, and we have a couple of issues going on. We have the upper back pain, and then we have the right knee pain, and they're at a pretty considerable amount of pain, and we're going to see what we can do to release some of that. So let's go through. So give me yes, give me no. So out of these two different challenges or ailments we're talking about, which of these two things is the number one priority? Give me a second. Is it the upper back pain? Is it the right knee pain? No, it's actually the upper back pain. So upper back pain. We're just going to do that. Okay. So now all we do is we just ask, are there any trapped emotions that we can release right now that are contributing to this upper back pain? And the answer is yes. So how many trapped emotions are there that are contributing to this right now? Give me yes, give me no. Is it less than 5? Less than 5? Is it 1 emotion, 2 emotions, 3 emotions, 4 emotions? Okay. So 2 emotions, 3 emotions, 4 emotions. Okay. And now we just get to go through and we just get to find which specific emotion on this chart here correlates with that. And then we just find an age. And then Ramandeep, I'll ask you, if that age makes sense. You don't have to get into super specifics if you don't want to. You can be as private or as open as you'd like to. But basically, if it makes sense, just put like a yes or a no or something like that. Or if you really want to get into it, you can feel free to say a little bit about what happened there. Hey Juan, hey Amy, thank you so much for tuning in. Perfect. So let's get right into this. So give me a yes, give me a no. So what is the first trapped emotion that we can release right now contributing to that upper back pain? Is it something in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? Is it row 6? Okay, so it's A6. Give me no. Is this one inherited? No. Yes, give me no. Is it humiliation? Is it jealousy? Is it longing? Is it lust? Interesting. So lust. Thanks so much, Juan. I really, really appreciate it. So lust is the emotion we found. So really just having like a deep want for something, or like a really big craving for something or desire for something. Could be sexual, could be food, something along those lines. But let's see. So give me yes, no. So hey Teresa, thanks so much for joining. When did this lust get trapped? Give me yes, no. Was it before the age of, so you're 32 years young. So let's see. So give me yes, no. Was it before age 15, before age 10, age 10, age 11, age 12, age 13? Age 13 in lust. I'm thinking maybe did you have a crush on someone? I'm just guessing. I don't know. You can be as open or not. Now the really, really cool thing with this is we can just say, because we're kind of bypassing the conscious mind, we're going straight to the subconscious. So even if there isn't anything in particular that you remember, it's not necessarily that important that you remember it. It's just enough that we need to get enough of your subconscious mind to start to bring it to the surface, and then we can actually release it after that. So we ask the question, do we need to know anything else about this trapped emotion before we release it? And we don't. So I can just take my handy dandy little magnet and I can run it along the strip and with the thought intention of deleting that lust. Boom. Okay. Technically you only have to do 3 swipes, but I just did a few extra just for the road there. So let's see. Give me a did we release that trapped emotion of lust from Ramandeep? And the answer is yes. Okay, perfect. And hey, Ramandeep, no problem. Sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't. It's like I said, we're completely bypassing the conscious mind. So if for whatever reason your conscious mind doesn't remember it, your subconscious does. And that's all we need to know, is we just need to know what it is and then just delete it. So let's see. So did we get rid of that lust? Yes, we did. Okay, so the second emotion here, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Give me a second. Is this inherited? Ooh, so is it inherited failure, inherited helplessness, inherited hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem? Actually, helplessness. This one was actually inherited. So inherited emotions are really, really cool. Not in the sense that you got them, but in the sense that when you release them, it's actually a shared energy between everyone that's ever had it. So because you can actually, instead of having an experience on your own, you can actually inherit a trapped emotion, this little ball of energy from either one of your parents, and they could have inherited from someone else and someone else. So what happens is somewhere along the line up in your lineage, someone experienced an emotion of helplessness so powerfully that it got passed down to someone else, to someone else, to someone else, all the way to you. And we're going to find out who you got it from and where it actually originated from. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. So this is the helplessness. Who did you get this helplessness from? Oh, and the really cool thing with this inherited emotion that I was talking about before is that when you release it from you, you're actually releasing it from every other person that's ever had it. So everyone up the chain, if you have kids and pass it on to them, it gets released from them as well. This stuff is so incredibly powerful because it not only helps you when you're doing a session on yourself, but all the other people or a few other people in your life as well. You're healing multiple people at the same time, and it's amazing. So let's get right into this. So give me a skin. So this helplessness, who did you get this from? Give me a skin. Was it from mom? No, it's from dad. Okay, so you got this from dad. Give me a skin. You got it from dad. Is it multiple generations? Is it more than 5? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3 generations? Okay, so you got this from your dad. Did he get this from his dad? Yes, he did. Let's me know. Did he get this from his dad? He did. Okay, so it's just the male line. So we're gonna cut that cord right there. Give me a know. Is that as far back as it goes? Do we need to know anything else? Can I just release it? Awesome. So now we're going to do, instead of 3 swipes, we're going to do 10 swipes because it's a shared energy between multiple people down generationally. So we're going to actually do 10 swipes. We're going to go releasing this trapped inherited emotion of helplessness. And 10. Let's see. So give me yes, give me no. Did we release that helplessness? Yes, we did. Good. Give me yes, give me no. So the third trapped emotion, is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Okay. Is this one inherited as well? Oh, lots of inherited stuff today. Okay. So is it inherited anxiety? Is it inherited despair? Inherited disgust? Interesting. So disgust. Cool. We're doing lots of stuff on everyone else today and yourself. That's great. So give me yes, give me no. So who did you inherit this disgust from? Was it from mom again? No, it's from dad again. Okay. Give me yes, give me no. Is it multiple generations? Is it more than 5? Is it more than 10? Is it more than 15? Is it more than 20? Wow. 15, 16, 17, 18 generations. Goes back quite a ways there, Ramen. Cool stuff. I'm super excited to release this. Okay, so you got this from your dad. Did he get this from his dad? No, his mom. So it's a little bit of a different line. So you got this from your dad. He got this from his mom. Did she get this from her mom? Her dad? Yes, can we know? Did he get this from his dad? Yes. Okay. Yes, can we know? Did he get this from his dad? No, his mom. Okay. So is that kind of the pattern? Is it 2 female or 2 males and then a female? Yes, it is. Okay. So we're just going to go DMD pattern. Okay. And then then it basically started with a male. Okay. Perfect. Now, the other fun thing I like to do with this is I'd like to go 18 times 25 minus 2020. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm finding how many generations it is. 25 years is the average amount of years per generation minus the current year so that we can kind of find out a ballpark as to where this actually originated from. So let's go calculator and let's go 18 times 25 minus 2020, 1570 roughly. Pretty cool. So 1570 AD is approximately where this originally came from, just so you're aware. Pretty cool stuff. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. Do you need to know anything else about this disgust? No. Can I just release it? Yes, I can. Okay, so let's just release this inherited emotion of disgust. Perfect. Give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. Did we release that disgust? Yes, we did. Good. Okay, so give me a no. So the fourth emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? Give me a no. Is this one inherited? No. Is it conflict? Is it creative insecurity? Is it terror, unsupported, wishy-washy? It's actually creative insecurity. Now, creative insecurity is actually my number 1 favorite emotion to release. And the reason why is because us as people, or what a creative insecurity is insecurity around the act of creating something, whatever it is. And us as people, human beings, we're designed to create things, whatever that is, whether it's a business, a relationship, a piece of art, a piece of music, a book, whatever it is, we're designed to create things in our life, and we're designed to create the things or create everything in our life, right? But if we have some sort of insecurity around the act of creating stuff, then that can cause a real challenge for someone who wants to create relationships, for someone who wants to create a magnificent business, for someone who wants to create the life of their dreams. It can really kind of start to impact and block that. So for me, it's my absolute favorite emotion to release. So let's find out when this happened. But what creative insecurity, usually what it kind of shows up as, depending on the age and stuff, I want to say, is maybe to do with friendships or to do with some sort of writer's block or uninspired for art or something like that. Especially if we're a kid and we can't, we're not inspired to draw something or whatever it is, or create a project for school. But let's find out when this occurred. Give me a note. Was it before? Did it happen before the age of 15? Before the age of 10? Before the age of 5? Age 5? Age 6? Oh, okay. So age 6. So I don't know if you remember a time around age 6 where maybe you just felt like you really just didn't know how to create something. I don't know if that rings a bell for you, Ramandeep, but let's ask. Give me a note. Do we need to know anything else about this creative insecurity before we release it? And we don't. So can I just release it? Yes, I can. Okay. So let's release this this creative insecurity. Give me a no. Did we release it? Yes. Okay. So give me a no. Are there any other trapped emotions that we can release right now that are contributing to that upper back pain you're experiencing? No. Awesome. So Ramandeep, what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to stand up and walk around maybe like 15, 20, 25 steps, just to kind of allow your body to settle into new places, as they say. And then when you come back, I just want you to kind of give us a number as to, where that back pain sits right now, or if anything's shifted or changed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out if there's any hidden trapped emotions. Now, hidden trapped emotions, they're the exact same thing, except for whatever reason, if you just ask if it's a regular trapped emotion, the body says no. But if you ask hidden, the body's like, okay, fine. Here's the last couple of emotions. So it's kind of like that last line of defense for the subconscious. So we're just going to ask, give me no, are there any hidden trapped emotions that we can release right now contributing to this upper back pain? And there is. Okay. So how many emotions are there? Is it less than 5? Is it 1 emotion? Is it 2 emotions? Is it 3 emotions? Okay. So 2, 3. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So feel light. Awesome. So if you were to put like a number on that back pain there, Ramandeep, where would you say it is out of 10? Because I know before you said it was a 7. Is it still the exact same? Has it shifted at all? Where would you say that is now? So let's see. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. So what's the first hidden trapped emotion, for this whole thing? Or first hidden trapped emotion contributing to that upper back pain? Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is this one inherited? No. Is it depression? Is it frustration? Okay. Frustration. Okay, so give me a no. So when did this frustration get trapped? Give me a no. Was it before the age of 15? No, actually. Yes, give me no. So it's before before age 15, 15 to 20, 15, 16, 17, age 17, and frustration. I can only imagine what could be frustrating at age 17. Very light and not feeling it now. So you're saying like it's like a 0. Oh, sorry. It's like a 0 or a 1 then is what you're saying? Just to clarify, just to make sure people kind of understand. And even if it's the case, if it's very low, what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll see if we can release some other trapped emotions, because then maybe that'll prevent it from ever coming back. Because that's the cool thing, is with the emotion coders, we're actually getting to the root cause of the challenges, and we're releasing the thing that's actually causing whatever's going on. We're not scooping off the surface. We're getting right down there to the root. So, okay. So a 1. Wow. That's amazing. So let's keep going. Let's find these other hidden emotions. And then hopefully this will be the last time you have to experience it, unless something, you have a horrific accident or something. Not saying you will, in case, but let's just see what we can do as far as trapped emotions to prevent this kind of stuff from happening again. Okay. Well, first and foremost, do you need to know anything else about this frustration? Can I just release it? Yes. Oh, I guess I could use this. Releasing this frustration. Boom. Give me yes, give me a no. Yes, give me no. All right. So did we release that frustration? Yes. Perfect. Awesome. So that's great. So it's so, it blows my mind every single time when we have something where it's super, like a huge pain, and we release just a couple select few trapped emotions, and the massive difference that we can see in that effort. Like, it's just incredible, and it blows my mind every time. So, but let's keep going. Okay. So did give me yes, give me no. Did we release that frustration? Yes, we did. Good. Yes, you know. So the second emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is this inherited? No. It's gonna be no. Is it effort unreceived? Okay. So effort unreceived. Okay. So effort unreceived is like you put in all kinds of work and all kinds of effort, but for whatever reason, nothing really comes back from it. And you ask yourself the question, why did I even bother doing that? So that's kind of what effort unreceived is. Now let's find out when that got trapped. Was it before the age of 15, before the age of 10? Was it age 10? Was it age 11? Was it age 12? Okay, so age 12, I'm not sure what that would have been, if that makes sense. You can say in the comments if you like. Is there anything else we need to know about it? No. Can I release it? Yes. Okay, so let's just release this effort unreceived. And the cool thing about this, and the reason why it kind of doesn't necessarily matter if you remember or not, is it's something that my mentor Emmanuel Zavio says is, and it was the biggest key in his practice, is less talk, more healing. And I absolutely love that, because it's like, if we can just talk less and not worry so much about the specifics of certain things, but we can still get the same result, let's do that. And the less we talk, the more we can heal you. And just such an incredible thing. So, okay, so let's ask. Give me a you know, did we release that effort unreceived? Yes. Okay. So the third emotion, is it in column A this time? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? So it's A4. Give me a you know, is this inherited? No. Yes, give me no. Is it anger? Is it bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment? It's actually anger. Okay. So when did this anger get trapped? Was it before the age of 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 20, 21, 22. So age 22 is when that came about. Okay. Do we need to know anything else about this anger? No. Can I just release it? Yes. Okay. So let's release this anger at the age of 22. Perfect. Give me yes, give me no. Did we release that anger? Yes. Awesome. Okay, now the real question is going to be asking, are there any psychic traumas that we can release here? No. Okay, and we can explain psychic traumas next time. But that is so great. So you're already at a 0 before. I'm assuming it's probably still around the same thing now. I'm just going to ask the question. Ramandeep, are you still open to healing? Give me a, are you still open to healing? You are. Now, one thing I'm going to get you to do again, Ramandeep, is I'm just going to get you to stand up again and walk around a little bit again. And then I want you to check on the back pain, see how that's doing, and give it a number out of 10. And then I'd also like you to take a look at the knee, because sometimes when working with this stuff, when you clear some of these emotions, it not only works with one thing, it actually works with multiple things at once, because your body is really smart and it likes to help. If we make like a little list, it kind of likes to help with everything all at the same time. So I know you said your right knee pain was at about a 6 before. I just want to see you know, what your knee pain is right now at a 10, instead of if it's still around a 6, or if it's still exactly the same, or if it's higher or lower, whatever. But I'm just going to ask, are you still open for healing? Yes, you are. Can we work on the knee now? Yes, we can. Okay. So trapped emotions for the knee. Okay. So 1, okay. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. So are there any trapped emotions that we can release right now contributing to that right knee pain? Yes, there is. Okay. So how many emotions are there? Is it less than 5? Is it 1 emotion? Is it 2 emotions this time? Okay. So 2 emotions. Where would you say the knee pain is, Ramandeep? Like, that's great. So back pain is nothing. So that's amazing. We brought it from a 7 down to a 0. Amazing, amazing stuff. And then as far as the knee pain, he says yes. I'm not sure if it's I have moved leg multiple times, still can feel. No problem. What would you say on a scale of 0 to 10? Before you said it was a 6 out of 10. Where would you say this is what Ramandeep is saying? I'm just saying, like, where on a scale of 0 to 10 is that pain? And we're still going to release trapped emotions here. So let's see. So the first trapped emotion we can release right now contributing to that right knee, what is it? I guess, is it in column A? No, it's in column B. Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2 again? Guess, is this one inherited? No. Yes, give me no. Is it failure? Is it helplessness again? failure? Is it helplessness, hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem? It's actually a different strand of helplessness. This one wasn't actually inherited though. So this was actually a little bit different. Okay. But that's so cool. So it's at a 5. So and that's the cool thing is it started at a 6, and by us not even like working on it specifically, it actually went down about a point without us even really doing anything specifically with that. So that's so cool. So now we get to really hone in and focus on that knee. So we found helplessness. When did this helplessness get trapped? Was it before the age of, give me a second, before the age of 15, before the age of 10, age 10? Okay. So we got age 10. Okay. So give me a second, do you need to know anything else about that helplessness? No, we don't. Can I just release it? Yes. Sweet. Let's just release this helplessness here. Boom. Okay. Did we release that helplessness? Yes. Awesome. Okay. So second emotion. Is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Is it row 3? Give me a second. Is this inherited? No. Is it crying? Is it discouragement? So when did this discouragement get trapped? Oh, and I guess I should probably take that down. When did this discouragement get trapped? Was it before the age of 15, before the age of 10, before the age of 5, before birth? Oh, that's fun. Is it preconception? Is it prenatal? Okay. So the really interesting thing with this kind of work as well is that not only can you inherit it, and not only can you create your own experiences and trapped emotion through your own experiences, but you can actually absorb trapped emotions from other people around you. And in this particular case, it's actually something where you were in the womb. And what's really interesting with the emotion code and any kind of energetic work or whatever, just in general, if you are in the womb, you're actually kind of physically a part of your mother, and you're along the same emotional roller coaster that your mother is on at the same time. So anything that she's experiencing, you have a high probability or a good chance that you can actually absorb that emotion as well. So that's what happened here. So discouragement, somewhere along the line of the pregnancy with you, your mom felt very, very discouraged. And you just happened to be along the ride and absorbed it. So let's find out when this occurred. Was it before, give me a second, was it first trimester, second trimester? It was the third trimester. Okay, so it's the third trimester. Do we need to know anything else about it? No. Can I just release it? Yes. Okay, so let's just release this trapped emotion of discouragement. Did we release that? Yes. Good. Are there any hidden trapped emotions? Yes, there are. Okay. Okay, so how many hidden emotions are there? Is it less than 5? Is it 1 emotion? Is it 2 emotions? Is it 3 emotions? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Okay, so let's see. And then if you want to, Ramandeep, I'm just going to get you to walk around a little bit and check on that knee, see how it's doing, see if it's changed from a 5 now that we've released a couple of emotions specifically. And then I'm just going to go right into hidden trapped emotions. So the first hidden emotion, is it in column A, column B, rows 1 through 3, 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? Is it row 6? Is this inherited? Yes, is it pride? Is it shame? Shock, unworthy, worthless? It's actually shame. So feeling really bad about something, feeling like you did something wrong, essentially. So when did this shame get trapped? Give me a second. Was it before the age of 15? Yes, before age 15. Was it before age? Before age 15, before age 10, before age 5, age 6, age 7. So age 7 and shame. I don't know if that makes sense for you, Ramandeep, but do we need to know anything else about it? Can I just release it? Sweet. Okay, so I'm just going to release this emotion of shame. Give me yes, give me no. Did we release that? Yes. Okay, so second hidden emotion. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Is it inherited again? No. Is it failure? Is it helplessness? Is it hopelessness? Is it lack of control? Lack of control is basically like, feeling like you really don't have control in a particular situation or control over another person or whatever it is. I don't know if that makes sense. So let's find out when this occurred. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. When did this occur? Before the age of 15, before the age of 10, age 11, age 12, age 13. So age 13, when lots of teen stuff today. Let's see. Do you need to know anything else about this lack of control, being a 13, lack of control? Nah. Do we need to know anything else about it? No. Can I just release it? Yes. Okay. So let's release this lack of control at age 13. Give me yes, give me a no. Did we release that lack of control? Yes, good. So the third hidden trapped emotion, is it in column A this time? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Yes, is this one inherited? No. Yes, give me a no. Is it abandonment? Is it betrayal? Okay. So basically feeling like someone had wronged you in some way. Let's see. So give me yes, give me a no. Or it could be you betraying someone, or it could be you getting betrayed as well. One of the two. Usually it's you're on the receiving end of that betrayal. When did this get trapped? Give me a was it before the age of 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24? Again, where was the last? Yeah. Oh, no. 24, 22 was the last one. But so age 24 this time. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Ramandeep, but do we need to know anything else about this betrayal? Can I just release it? Sweet. Let's just release this betrayal here. Give me yes, give me no. Did we release that betrayal? Yes. Okay. So are there any other hidden trapped emotions we can release right now contributing to this knee pain? No. Awesome. So Ramandeep, I'm just going to get you to walk around a little bit again, and then just let me know on a scale of 0 to 10 where that knee pain is right now. And then I'm just going to check and see if there's any psychic traumas. So let's see. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. So it makes sense for the whole betrayal thing. Okay. So let's see. So give me yes, give me a no. So are there any psychic traumas that are contributing to this particular or this right knee pain? Yes, there are. Okay. So what a psychic trauma is, just so if in case if you don't know what it is, a psychic trauma, it's kind of newly known as an emotional compound. The best way to explain this is it's kind of like a combination of 2 or 3 emotions kind of fused together in one ball of energy, similar to trapped emotion. So instead of being just, anger or just frustration, you might have had a situation in your life, or you did have a situation in your life where basically you felt these 2 emotions at the same time, and they kind of fused together to make a ball, to make a whole different frequency. So there's a couple of these in here. Let's see how many there are. Give me a is it less than 5? Is it one, or is it 1 psychic trauma? Oh, 2 psychic traumas. Wow. Okay, so 2. Okay, so knee pain goes away. So not sharp pain or nothing. Moved many times. Okay, awesome. So, so like, if you're able to tangibly say, like, before it was a 5, where would you say out of 10 that would be right now? And then let's go find those psychic traumas. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. So there are psychic traumas. So the first psychic trauma, can we find the emotions? Yes, we can. Is it 2 emotions? Yes. Okay. So the first emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it inherited? No. Yes, can we know? Is it effort under siege? Is it effort under siege? Is it heartache? Heartache. Okay. And what's the second emotion? Oh, it's a 0 right now. Oh, cool. Well, you mentioned that it keeps moved around many times. So maybe by us releasing these last few psychic traumas will prevent it from coming back as well. So let's see. So so you got one second part of the psychic trauma is heartache. What's the second emotion? Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Give me a no. Is it inherited? Or obviously not. Give me a no. Is it failure? Is it helplessness? Is it hopelessness? The hopelessness is like feeling like something is never going to change. That's kind of what the hopelessness means. So heartache and hopelessness, yeah. So let's see when that got trapped. Give me a no. Was it before the age of 20? Or sorry, give me a no. Before the age of 20, actually, no. Between 20 and 25. Was it age 20? Was it age 21? So age 21 and heartache and hopelessness. I don't know if that makes sense for you, Ramandeep. But first and foremost, I like to say that's amazing that we were able to get that knee pain down there. I'm really excited about that. Let's just keep going and finish this off really and be super thorough. Do we need to know anything else about this heartache and hopelessness? No. Can I just release it? Yes. Okay, so let's release this heartache and hopelessness. Boom. Give me yes, give me no. Did we release that? Yes. Okay. All right. So the second psychic trauma, can we find the emotions? Yes, we can. Is it just 2 emotions, 3 emotions? No, it's just 2. Okay. So the first emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Is this inherited? Is it failure, helplessness, hopelessness, lack of control again? Okay, so in the second emotion, is it in column A? Is it column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? Screeno, is this in is it conflict, creative insecurity, terror, unsupported, wishy-washy, conflict? Conflict could be conflict with yourself, could be conflict with another person. He was international student. There was hopefully. Ah, gotcha. Makes total sense. Thank you so much for being so vulnerable, by the way. Like a lot of people aren't, and you don't have to be, but thank you so much for actually doing that. Like, it's amazing. So people can kind of see like this does correlate with some stuff, which is great. So let's see. So the lack of control and conflict, when did this get trapped? Was it before the age of, give me a screen, was it before the age of 20, 20 to 25 again? You notice at age 20, 21, 22 again. So age 22, I don't know if it maybe has to do with that same anger event. I'm not sure. Do we need to know anything else about this lack of control or conflict? Can I just release it? Sweet. Let's just release this lack of control and conflict. Give me a screen. Did we release that? Yes. Good. Just give me no. Are there any other psychic traumas or any other hidden trapped emotions or trapped? Is there anything else emotion code wise we can do for that right knee right now? No. Okay. Is there any other? Are you still open to healing? No. Okay. So that's going to be the end of the session. But I'd say that was a pretty successful session. Instead of having to run over to like the pill cabinet and getting an Advil or something or an ibuprofen and to take this pain down, we actually got to the root cause of it, brought the upper back pain from the 7 down to a 0 and the right knee from a 6 down to a 0. So that is super bueno, super cool, super awesome. I'm going to get you to stand up and walk around a little bit again, just to really help integrate all this stuff in there. And then once you're done, let us know exactly how you feel. If you feel lighter, the same, heavier, how the pain's feeling. If you notice anything, just keep us posted on how you're doing. And that is it, guys. Like that right there is an emotion code session, and it shows you just the power of how amazing it can be if you're having any kind of chronic pain, any kind of pain you've had for a long time, or acute pain. We can actually check and see if there's a trapped emotion that is causing it. And obviously, I don't mean like, oh, if you're in a car accident, let's go release some trapped emotions. No. But if you have like a weird pain that you're not really sure where it came from, it's something that pops up all the time, whatever it is, let me know. And then we can work on it. And then we could start to shift things around. And the other benefit of working with the emotion code is not only does it get rid of pain, but those emotions that we just released, you become less reactive. And that's kind of some of the videos I've been putting out before is, in a world, especially as crazy as ours right now, you become less reactive. And that's really what we want, because the less you are reactive, the more you can look at things with a clear mind and make the appropriate decision, not based on emotion, but based on the appropriate response at the time, or you're not getting triggered by something from the past or something inherited or something like that. You can actually handle the situation properly. And with that, this incredible work. I'm so blessed to be able to work with Ramandeep. He's one of my associates who is also a founding member of the InsideOUT Institute. Basically, what we're taking on as a mission to help people develop, and with the leadership transformation coaching, as well as the subconscious healing that they need. So not only are you getting amazing training to be like, hey, this is what you need to implement to get to where you want to go, but then you're also getting the subconscious healing that is making it so whatever training you're getting over here, we can release the crap that's preventing you from implementing whatever's over here. So it's an amazing opportunity. And if you've ever wanted to learn how to become an emotion code practitioner, if you ever wanted to be a coach yourself and help coach other people, or even if you just have a mission yourself and you feel like you really want to get out there and share your message, you want to you have something inside of you, and you know you want to get it out, that's the point of the Inside Out Institute. It's inside out. Whatever you want to get out of you, this group will be able to help you, and this institute will be able to help you get that out of you and be able to monetize or do and fulfill whatever it is that you need to do in this world. So with that, thank you so much. I put some links in the descriptions with the website, as well as a presentation about what the Inside Out Institute is. So if you're interested in that, take a look at that. And if you're also interested in this kind of work, just the energetic healing side, I have the link to all of my social media stuff. So you can feel free to follow me on all that, and I can actually do a free email session for you as well. So with that, please also share this with anyone that you can possibly imagine, because anyone and everyone is dealing with some sort of thing, I know. So, I mean, I'm just here to spread the love and show and share what this stuff is all about. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Ramandeep, and hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal night and weekend, and we will talk to you next week, or actually later today, because I'm going to do a different post.